I'm Megan Ledeen, Executive Director of the Grand Foundation. I've lived here over 20 years, and people tend to ask me, what is the Grand Foundation and what do they do? Simply put, our mission is to enhance the lives of the residents and guests of Grand County. The main areas of service we like to cover are health and human services, environment, education, arts and culture, and amateur sports. We do that through a myriad of different funding mechanisms, whether it be our annual grants program or our multitude of donor-advised funds. In our 16 years of operation, we've awarded out over $5 million in grants to the Grand County community. Today we're going to meet some board members, fellow community leaders, and nonprofit leaders in Grand County. And they're going to explain to you the impact that the Grand Foundation has had on their lives. The Grand Foundation thrives because of people who truly believe in the motto, give where you live, work, and play.
Hello, my name is Gary DeFrange and I'm president of the Winter Park Resort. But more importantly today, personally and as a company, we are big supporters of the Grand Foundation and we're very proud of that fact. I have an awful lot of opportunities to talk to various groups, and I'm asked many times, what are the most important things that you do as a business leader? And in my opinion, it's four things. You have to focus on your customer, your employees, financial performance, and a major focus on your community. Back in 1996, the resort started talking and thinking about how was money raised in our county. And it became very apparent that fundraising was very fragmented in the county. There were a lot of people that would support various organizations, but they had to go several places to get the money they needed. There were different processes, and it wasn't very efficient. If we had one foundation, it not only put everything in one place where analysis was done once, organizations could go one place for money, but also we felt we could get some synergies and we could get some buy-in and we could create a lot of things for the foundation that individually we couldn't create. So the way it started was the resort started selling gold passes after the foundation was created, and gold pass was good on our mountain every day during the winter. Shortly after that, we were able to include Granby Ranch, the Fraser Valley Rec, and the YMCA of the Rockies, and they started contributing to the gold pass. And since that time, several other of our businesses have joined in with us, and now we have a wonderful way to raise money for our community. But the Grand Foundation goes way beyond that. In addition now to our Gold Pass program, we also have special events. And the interesting thing about those events is not only do they raise money, but they really bring our community together. And I'm just so proud of that. And quite frankly, the events are some of the most fun things we do all year long. Whenever I look backwards and look at what the foundation has done, I'm so proud of it. And I'm very proud to have been able to play even a small part in their success. But I think what's more important is the future that this foundation has. We have a wonderful staff that works for us. We have a great mission. And I think the foundation will continue to grow and do better and better things for our county.
My name is Kyle Harris. I'm CEO of Granby Ranch and also a board member of the Grand Foundation. The Grand Foundation is very fortunate in that we enjoy broad support from the business community. In addition to our founding partnership, we are also a corporate partner and have been one since the inception of that program. These are businesses who are civically minded and who also understand the importance of creating and maintaining a thriving community. Granby Ranch is one of those businesses, and we have been a strong supporter of the Grand Foundation since its inception back in 1996. So why do we support the Grand Foundation? Why do we think that that is very important for us as a company? I guess it boils down to three primary reasons. The first one is that the benefits of the corporate pass sponsorship are real. They are very tangible. We have elected to have our employees use our transferable Grand Pass medallions. And trust me, they use them frequently, and it is a great benefit that they appreciate. Additionally, for a Grand Classic foursome, as well as the Grand Gala seats that we have, we on occasion have elected to invite our business partners to that event as a show of appreciation and as a way of introducing them, if they're not already familiar, to Grand County and to the Grand Foundation. It is a very good thing, we believe, and we value telling the community, showing them that we are still alive and kicking, and we are out there supporting the community, the very community that has so often supported us. The second reason why we are so excited about our support of the Grand Foundation, I guess we could call that peace of mind. And it's nice to have a foundation that has the expertise to make sure that our money is spent as wisely and where it best needs to go in this community. The third reason for our support of the Grand Foundation is perhaps less tangible than the other ones. That is, our support of the Grand Foundation aligns squarely with our core values as a company, specifically our value of legacy. We firmly believe that our support of the Grand Foundation is vital, absolutely crucial in creating a healthier, more vibrant Grand County, not only for ourselves and our kids, but the next generations down the road. That is legacy, and that is something that is really cool to be a part of.
Hi, I'm Deb Bittner, Executive Director for Advocates for a Violence-Free Community. Advocates is a nonprofit agency in the Grand County community that's mission is to end domestic and sexual violence. We have been in the community for over 30 years. We have grown in both staff and program, and we have actually been recipients of Grand Foundation funding since the Grand Foundation began, which I think is really awesome. Our program has grown over the years, and that includes the purchase of a safe house. Our board of directors in 2010 had decided to have a goal to have a safe house in 2011. All of a sudden we were granted the money for the safe house, and I'm so proud to say that we received $110,000 from the Sprout Foundation Donor Advice Fund. And through that we were able to purchase our safe house outright. Prior to having the safe house, Advocate's solution for safe housing was to put victims into local lodging facilities for up to 3 nights. Well, I can tell you that someone leaving a violent situation, 3 nights is nothing. We're working with people whose lives have been shattered by violence. And through funding that we receive from the Grand Foundation, we can help to make other people's lives grand in Grand County. I really can't say enough in terms of how the funding has translated to helping victims of domestic violence and sex assault. As a nonprofit in a small rural community, it is really challenging to be able to tap into having enough funds just to keep the lights on, much less for program. And the Grand Foundation significantly helps nonprofits in our community to have the funds to be able to keep the lights on and the snow removed and all those little things that other grant funders maybe won't pay for. As a representative of nonprofits in Grand County, thank you sincerely for all the nonprofits that benefit from Grand Foundation and the great support that you provide, because we wouldn't be doing the work that we're doing without the amazing support of the Grand Foundation.
I'm Rob Young. I'm a 4th generation cattle rancher from the west end of the Middle Park Valley. Raising my kids here, they're the 5th generation of my family to live in this valley. Made a real conscious decision to move back to Kremling and to the Middle Park Valley. It is such a great place to grow up and such a great place to raise a family. How do we graduate from high school and find a career that allows us to live here and support our families? And it oftentimes takes us off to college somewhere else, CSU, CU, DU, Mesa. A lot of kids go out of state, but most of them, for the most part, they stay in state because Colorado is a great place to be, so not much reason to move to another state. But what we struggle with is finding a career that we can come back to and a debt that we can overcome in a reasonable time frame. One of our main goals within the Grand Foundation right now is to promote higher education, continuing education, and trade-based education throughout the county. Make it so that these kids getting out of high school don't have to leave. They can stay here, or they can at least get a couple years of college under their belt without going into huge college debt. But also for the more mature population who's already in the trades and in the workforce to better their opportunities. Just come to love what the Grand Foundation does for our county, the way it brings the region as a whole together. I'm delighted to see how the other board members are super supportive of it, and how the county as a whole is really getting behind the drive and the initiative to to put higher education in the county so that we don't have to leave for those opportunities. What I really like about the Grand Foundation is how it appreciates the quality of life and the importance that we all hold in that. Continuing education in this county would be a great way to see these families come back sooner and start our families here sooner and be able to stay longer. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you just want to live the best life you can for as long as possible, and moving away from here isn't making it any better.
Hopefully you've learned more today about the Grand Foundation and how it impacts Grand County. Thank you for your time, and please visit grandfoundation.com to learn more about how you can give where you live, work, and play.